Ashanti region. So the Ashanti region captain should also complete that. 3 people want to receive the trophy for Ashanti region. Best behaved trophy. Best behaved Volta captain, please do not be coordinator who has kindly consented to do the presentation for us. It goes to Volta region. Thank you very much. Next time, let it be very short. That is not on our side. Thank you very much. Reverend Ampabeni, who is going to give the trophy to the winners of the girls' competition athletics.
Drop banner.
Fanfare.
They didn't stand here, no, they raise them, they will cut them. You don't get a try.
Boys Championship Trophy for athletics, given out by our national chairman, Alaji Yakubu A.B. Abubakar. Fanfare.
Ashanti.
To get the sponsorship, and everything is moving smoothly with us. Thank you. And now, fanfare.
That's us.
Fansmen. This was a little bit longer, however, we say thank you. The Acting Director General of Education to do the presentation for us. Everything coming on smoothly.
Go.
Let's go. Australia 7-0. Thank you so much, we are so grateful. Well done, Central Region, for. Let's look at what is going to happen. We want to bring everything home.
All right.
We'll be watching these things on the telly, and then in all our sporting activities, be it regional or national.
Those media people.
So they are moving towards the game flame, and when they go there, when they get there, let us watch what is going to happen. Once men get ready, and anytime you have to come in, then you come in accordingly.
Thank you, Doc.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And now the
Yeah. No, you go. No, you go. You go. Go. You are finished. You go.
I'm flying throughout the week. Moving on. It's be coming down. Fall left. Down.
Hold it. So, keep on.
As the drummer rolls, the flag will be coming down. Down it comes. The Olympic flag is coming down. That which unites all of us, the 10 regions. Down, down, down it comes. So the captain is getting hold of the flag. And let's see what is going to happen. Teams will be marching with the flags down to the VIP base here. Let's see what's going to happen. All the captains around there. Captains are bringing the flags down. We'll soon see them. There they are. They are marching smartly along the various regional captains. There they come in their colors. Wonderful. Captains are carrying the flags. Cape flag being folded here by the captains of the unity of purpose, all of them working together for the success of the program. There you are. Correct. Everything is systematic. Yes. And it's moving to the general captain, host captain.
Don't go further.
Host captain receives the flag. Now the captain turns, marching along to the host regional P coordinator. He receives the flags, turns, and marches away. Now the regional P coordinator is going to move to his regional chairman, Reverend There you are. Everything is done with precision. Oh, you wonderful. Thank you very much. And now regional PE coordinator comes forward to his regional chairman, Dr. Franklin Buedu. He in turn moves to his regional director, someone who is the presiding for the regional director. Then the regional director moves to the general director general.
On behalf of Ghana Education Service, the Schools and Colleges Sports Federation, I charge you to assemble athletes from our secondary schools 2 years from now for the next festival.
With that charge, the director, Upper East. And then, there's regional PE coordinator.
So the next event will be held in Upper East. The next one in Upper East.
Now, the Upper East will respond.
Of the people of the Upper East region, we accept to host the next coming program, and we pledge to make sure that we excel with the host and win. On this note, I would like my chairman to say something briefly.
The chairman says he's accord with you. And
I
therefore,
promise the Director General of Education that the Upper East region is very friendly and very, very sociable. For the Bolliger is very smooth, but when you come, expect to meet the Tanga, and when you meet the Tanga, be sure that we are hosting, and we are hosting to win next time. Thank you very much.
may I respectfully ask the dignitaries to take a seat.
To give the vote of thanks to Sports Festival. The festival has been very competitive and entertaining, reassuring from what we have witnessed here that Ghana can go places in the Olympic Games are concerned.
A 9-day event has finally come to an end. First of all, let me ask this question. How do you feel about this very event?
Okay, thank you very much. I want to start by thanking and appreciating the work of all those who supported it, the organizers, the teachers, the regional directors, the district directors, all of them who supported the program. I also want to thank our sponsors. But above all, I think the students, the athletes who gathered here, they have done very well. And I think that this is something that should be going on. The overall, as I said in my speech, it's been violence-free. We've not had any challenges as far as the running of the games are concerned. And we believe that if we go on this way, the other ones will be much, much better.
You just mentioned that it's been violence-free. So what does that mean for sports in general and for your institution?
Now, what it means is that gradually we're coming to accept and know the role that sports plays in the development of people. You know, as a discipline, it involves physical, social, emotional, psychological, every aspect, values, people learn values and norms through sports. People get to work together as a team, which outside there at the workplaces we work together as a team. To succeed, you need to work as a team. And the team is not only on the field, but the team goes beyond the field. How you prepare, how you work together in your homes, in your camps, and all that. They learn that through sports. So through sports, we are able to nurture a whole being. And we want this to be something that will be carried on beyond this place. All the things that they've learned, we expect them that they carry it on and they improve on it.
What are some of the challenges that you encountered putting together this? And what are you going to do to ensure that these challenges are eradicated in subsequent events?
Generally, if you are bringing this number of people together, there are issues that you have to deal with. One of the key issues is to ensure that these are young people, you are taking them away from their parents, you are bringing them here. Their security, their safety, traveling over distances is very important. Their safety in the halls and hostels that you host them, the food that you give to them, and all the things that you do for their upkeep is very, very important. Again, organizing these games also requires some funding. And that is why we are so grateful to HFC and then the other sponsors, Quasi, Visat, iSports, and all the sponsors who supported us. You've done very well for supporting this program. And going forward, in fact, in the past, it was a yearly event. Now it has moved to 2 years. Every 2 years we do. And the key issue is about the funding. We want to get to a situation where we come back to the yearly event. So we will continue to come back to you, come back to HFC and other sponsors to support us to do that.
I'm very grateful for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Finally, it is over. What does this mean to HFC Bank?
Well, first of all, let me start by acknowledging the work of Ghana Education Service. They've done a fantastic job. If you have to consider bringing down all these people, these athletes from 10 regions to one place, you can imagine the kind of activities, the planning, and everything that went into it. And I think we had a very successful program. And so even though this is not the first time they are doing it, and I said this is the 30th time, I think we had a well-coordinated event. And I think that it's good for me to acknowledge the work by the acting GES director and the coordinator, national coordinator, Mr. Domenya, for the great work that they've done, and all the officials, the teachers, the athletes, the coaches and everything. They've done the fantastic work. For us as HFC, we think that it has been a very good partnership with them. I mean, if you have to consider that for this program or for this event, we had 11 records, new records. You can imagine the kind of athletes that we had today from this program. And to us, we are really happy that we are part of this partnership. We are really happy that we are able to support this event. And to us, what we need is that moving forward, that is for us, moving forward, that is what we are thinking about. How do we get this talent people that we have gotten here to become a national asset? And to us, it's not just about just getting them support to just organize this event, but it's about creating or developing them to a national asset. So from here, I would say that we are going to go back to the drawing board with the Ghana Education Service. What kind of developmental part we can have for this young athletes, and so that is what for us we are going to do. We are going to partner with them. We have a 3-year sponsorship with them, and we're going to partner with them to ensure that we are able to get the best out of these athletes for the nation.
We are in the final, but 1 year left on your agreement with Ghana Education Service. Are you renewing this partnership with GES?
Well, yesterday, my acting managing director, the same question was asked, and what he said, I'm trying to reiterate what he said. We will go back to the drawing board to analyze all the things that we have done, and to consider it. Yes, so we will have to consider it after the 3 years and see all the things that we have targeted for ourselves and all the things that we wanted to do, whether we've achieved it and everything, and then we'll just consider it. So it is something that we have not made a firm decision on, but it is something that we would love to have a consideration on it. Yeah.
From the perspective of HFC, have you benefited partnering GES?
Yes, we have benefited a lot. I mean, for us, as I said, it is about supporting them and giving this athlete, this young lads, a very good path. And I think that if you look around, you can see that they have the logistics, they have everything that makes it very smooth since last year to this year. So for us, it is about we believe in building successful communities. It's about the community engagement. It's about giving something back to people that benefits them a lot. And so when the community is happy, like the way we've seen a very successful program, we are also happy, right? We are also happy. So I think we've benefited a lot because you can see from the program since last year to this year, you can see that we've had a very successful event. So for us, we are very happy. And of course, with the media mileage, yes, we got it, you know, but that's not the most important. The most important thing is how the community, you know, how it benefited the community, right? And we think that this 2-year thing that we have done, we have 1 year more, it has really benefited the event. And so we think that if the community is happy about it, we are also happy. I mean, that's the benefit that we get from it. Yeah.
Hope to see this happiness continue until.
Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks very much for your time. 9 days is over. How will you describe this very event?
Massively successful, my brother. It's been a very successful program. Honestly, the beginning wasn't that smooth. There were a lot of teething problems, but having started, we weathered the storm, went through, and successfully we have ended today. It's been a hectic 9-day program, and we are very happy and successful.
What were these challenges? What were these things that you encountered that made the beginning so difficult?
It all started with finances, but we did not have adequate finance to support the entire program the way we wanted it. But these athletes, having prepared for a period of time, we realized we needed to push ahead and have this program done, you know, to satisfy the 2-year gap that we have. So we had to tighten our belts, cut our coat according to our size, and go ahead. And we did, and this is how far we have come.
Cutting your clothes according to your size, and you termed it successful. Is it the coat that is successful or the size that was very successful?
Everything was successful because I haven't cut it to the size. It fits you, and I'm telling you, 4 records ranking over 30 years have been broken. So you can imagine the preparation, the eagerness of these athletes to perform. And how come that we should relax and let them not come in? If you have not come in, these records are shunned, and that is it. We'll only wait for it next 2 years or thereabout. So it's time management. You want to time the period, go ahead and perform, and we have done that. It's very successful.
You just mentioned in the next 2 years. If the athletes weren't here, those records would have waited for the next 2 years. So look at the next 2 years. What is your office doing for the next 2 years?
We've just handed over to the next region. And from today, as we leave, they're going to start preparing to host us next 2 years. And definitely a lot of preparations go into this activity because we don't just wake up and enter then work. So for 2 years, there'll be massive preparations towards the next festival to come.
Your partnership with HFC ends next year. The next event is next 2 years. Are you seeking a renewal with them?
It's an agreement. In fact, they sought for 5 years, but we advised that we should have a test run and then extend. So in perspective, we have more than 3 years to go, but we act that let's do 3 years, review and go further. So we certainly will have them with us next year to collaborate.
Have you given them the mileage they require from you, and you are convinced that they'll be willing to extend it for the next 2 years?
Yes, I'm very confident that they will extend it.
Thank you very much. And I wish you all the best. Long-standing records broken at the 30th Interregional SHS Sports Festival here at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. 100 shed tears, 100 celebrated. The hoops and the poops ended with success. Others ended with tears. Here at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium, the 30th long-standing records broken. Records which stood for 30 years and above ended at the 30th Interregional Senior High School Sports Festival here at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. 100 shed tears, hundreds jubilated, hundreds were expectant, hundreds scored 0. That's the game of the sport. Hundreds will win, hundreds will lose. The hoops and the poops, the records applause, the spontaneous jubilations ended with success for some. Here at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium, let's take from here at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. Here at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium, the 200 meters record, which the 200 meters is long-standing records broken, 100 shed tears, hundreds jubilated. The hoofs, the poops, the records applause from the spectators, knowing very well that their support was going to end with success, had tears flowing on the cheeks of others, but had tears of disappointment flowing on the cheeks of others. At the 30th, let me begin from the 30th. Can I go? At the 30th Inter-Regional Schools, okay. At the 30th Interregional Senior High School Sports Festival here at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. Reporting for Kwesa Free Sports, Muftau Abdullah Nabila. Okay. The biennial sports festival for senior high schools has come to an end here at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. The long-standing records have been broken. Baton has been handed over to the Upper East region to prepare for the next competition in 2019. Records which stood for over 30 years were shattered. New records have been set. 11 new records have been set. Will these new records be the records that will also stand? Over 10 new records set. Will these records be broken in the Upper East region come 2019? From the Cape Coast Sports Stadium for Kwesa Free Sports, I am Muftau Nabila Abdullah. The perfect time to do the stand-up. 9 days of beautiful music has finally come to an end here at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. 8 different sporting disciplines, about 14 records broken, and the baton has been handed over to the Upper East region to host the next edition, which will take place in 2019. From the Cape Coast Sports Stadium, for Kwesa Free Sports, Muftar Nabila Abdullahi reporting.